So it's been a little bit of conflict between T.I. and his son King. They were at a Atlanta Falcons game, and they got into an argument. I believe it was between T.I. and Tiny and the young man King. Now, from what I know, this dude, he's been pretty irate in public. He had a few Instagram situations. I say Instagram, but I don't know if it's Instagram or not. It was social media he was on where he got into it, I think, at a Waffle House with an employee. Talk about he's going to pistol whip him or something like that. Mind you, this boy is like probably not even 5 foot tall. Right? He had another situation where he got into with somebody and he pulled his backpack out of his car like he was going to shoot the guy or whatever. And just things like that, man. But, you know, I'm a little conflicted because I'm a father. I got 2 boys myself. You know what I mean? And, you know, you got to stay on your boys, man. You got to stay on your kids. And I feel like T.I. kind of enabled his behavior and the way that he acted. You know, the way that T.I. reacted to the Waffle House situation made it seem like his son was in the right, you know. And then later on down the line, he addressed something else where he was saying he couldn't do anything more, you know. Which, I mean, once a kid, and I say a kid, he's a grown man, I believe. Once they get to a certain point, yeah, you know, it's right. He's right. But at the end of the day, you don't never stop being someone's father, regardless of how old they are, you know. Yeah, it's harder for you to get to them once they reach a certain point in their life and the way they act, you know. But you don't stop being a father. But anyways, they got into it. And, you know, the dude, King, he was like, I know you. And, you know, T.I. saying you're embarrassing yourself, which he was, you know. And I believe they got into a little physical altercation. It's really hard to see on the camera. But it looked like he grabbed him or whatever. And, you know, it's just unfortunate, man, because, again, like I said, I'm a father myself, man. I don't want to ever be in that situation with my sons. You know, they're both really young right now, but, you know, I stay on them, you know, and I teach them right and wrong. I teach them all the things they need to know as they're growing up. You know, I don't try to enable them to any type of bad behavior, you know, or to embarrass themselves in public. Right. But I do remember back, I don't know how many years ago, T.I. had a reality show. And the boy was on a reality show, but it didn't seem like he actually lived with T.I. I believe he might have stayed with his grandma or he or something like that. I can't remember at the moment, but I do remember something of the sort of him living, not like living there, or at least it was temporary or something of that nature, right? But, you know, he put out an Instagram post saying that he felt neglected or that he, you know, was a mistake. I don't know if T.I. actually said those words or not, you know, but if you ever insinuate your child being a mistake or anything like that, man, they'll harbor those feelings, you know, for the rest of their life. And some things that are said, and this is all alleged because I don't know how much truth it is to it, but if you do that to your child, then you scar them, you know, you scar them. And again, like I said, this kid, his behavior and how he conducts himself in public, it's not going to last. It's going to result in him either going to jail or somebody doing something to him. You know, so he needs to tone that shit down because, again, like somebody's going to test him. Somebody's going to try him out and see if he's about what he's talking about. You know, and regardless of what this kid says, he is privileged. The simple fact that he has the option, because he was talking about how he lived outside the hood or whatever. He lived outside the gated community and all that. Just the simple fact that you have the option to do that and go back whenever you want to, that's the definition of privilege. You have a decision, you know. So, yeah, I don't know how much of the parenting as far as T.I. I know T.I. was a busy person, probably still is, when his kid was growing up in his, you know, formative years. But, you know, parenting is a full-time job. I mean, once they get old enough to be on their own, yeah, you kind of let them loose, but all that disrespect and stuff like that, man, it's just uncalled for. And I get it, sons get into it with their fathers get into it with their sons. That's just the natural order of things. But at the end of the day, man, there's got to be a respect factor into it. There's always got to be mutual respect. And clearly this boy doesn't respect his father or anybody, really, But at the end of the day, T.I. enabled it, man. And it's crazy because I think he has 3 other children. A daughter, I think she's in college. And then, like, the other 2, you don't hear nothing about them. Nothing crazy. They're just minding their business, just doing their thing. Right? But it's just this boy King. I don't know if he's just dying for attention, showing out. And maybe it could be a result of what he was saying. Maybe he was neglected. Maybe he was just not given the attention he needed. Or maybe he did get all that. He's just a spoiled brat. And he's just acting a fool for attention. But yeah, man, at the rate he's going, man, something could happen to him, man. And then if you didn't really live a certain life and you want to invite that lifestyle into your own, it comes with a lot of consequences. It comes with a lot of bad things that you don't want. And when you get it, somebody might try him. And then if they do, man, it ain't going to be pretty. I don't understand why, being privileged is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just how you appreciate things in life, and understand that, look, I have this. I should appreciate it, and conduct myself better than the other side of the coin. And this kid clearly wants to live a life, just like the Michael Irvin situation. Michael Irvin's sons talk about he lived in the streets. He wants to be a rapper, which, you want to be a rapper, that's cool, whatever. But the things he's rapping about, he didn't really live. He's portraying this image of a thug. And then, he grew up in a gated community. He grew up with a father who had money. Got him whatever he needed, Same with King. So he needs to take a step back, man, and just chill, man, enjoy life. This thug life shit, this being confrontational with everybody, that shit, that ain't cool, man. And the older he get, hopefully he'll realize that. You know what I mean? Or otherwise, he's going to have to face the consequences of his actions. Because I'm telling you, there's people that's willing to try you and take you on that offer. And you might not want what could be received. So, yeah, man. Again, man, T.I., I got to blame you on this one, man. Because you did enable him and you did make him feel like he didn't really do anything wrong, especially with that Waffle House situation. And if a kid don't feel like they did anything wrong, they're just going to keep doing it. So, and this is just from one father to another. So, and I ain't here to tell any man how to be a father. But clearly this boy has issues. And he loves confrontation. He loves to get on the internet and show out. And it's going to end in one of 2 ways. I'm just telling you. So, yeah, man, for my fathers out there, the ones that are actually in their kids' lives, man, be on your sons. Straight up. It's I don't want to call it a job, man. It's more of a responsibility. And it's a responsibility you have for the rest of your life. So, yeah, man. But anyways, it's your boy Nick. I'm out.